Hi, Tommy. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today's, sorry?
I said good morning.
Good morning. It's much earlier. It's 1:45 here in England, by the way.
Yeah, it's 6:45 here.
So we are doing a conversation today about where the trademark symbol goes. And as we know, this is my trademark, and this banner here was created before I got my trademark registered. So what I've done here is that I've put it next to my trademark. I have lifted it up a bit. There are no rules. You could put it to the right side, you could put it underneath, you could put it in the center on top, you could put it over here. There are no rules. What you do is you decide where you want yours to sit. And that way you signal to the world that you've got a registered trademark, which is the whole point in doing this. Right. So you don't have a trademark. And if I remember correctly, when we were booking this conversation today, you said to me that you didn't think that you necessarily had anything to trademark. And I would question that, because with that thing that you're doing, the network marketing thing, you might actually unconsciously have created like a system that you take people through in your mind when you're wanting them to sign up for that thing. Have you thought of that?
No, not really. I mean, like I say, I have created a website. I've got my own website that I created. And
Did you put a copyright clause on that?
Do what?
Did you put a copyright clause on it?
All it has, it's through GetResponse, and by default, all their websites, whenever you go and create it, at the very bottom, it will say, it says copyright protected and all rights reserved down at the bottom of every page.
That's
on
good.
The bottom of the website. And on my funnels, whenever I build those, it says that down there too. And then I just insert my name, over on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the point I was getting to. So that you've got copyright on there. You just didn't have to put it on yourself.
Right.
Because it was already there. It was provided to you by
it was already on there. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. So so with your website, if you wanted to, you could have a trademark created so that your content is not just protected by the copyright. And I don't know, I mean, you've got the funnel and you've got the website. Are they two separate things, or are they on the same type of platform?
They're the same type of platform, but there's two different links, it's two completely different. One of them is the website, and I think it's got 4 pages on it. And then the funnel, all it is just a simple, where somebody enters their name and email address and they get a free download from me. Then after that, they'll get a series of emails,
Yeah, and that's classical. Yeah, that's classical, absolutely classical. So, okay. So, but if you wanted to, if you wanted to sort of do something else, you could register a trademark. I mean, my trademark, I put it onto these are sort of personalizable, what are they called? Post-it notes, right? So I've created a look that I like with my colors on it, and I've put my trademark on there. In my book, of course, on every single page, you find my trademark. So because it's my book, it's protected by the copyright. And then because I've put my trademark in there, it's a stronger form of protection, because the trademark lasts longer than copyright does. So that was just a piece of advice. Put my teeth back in again. Piece of advice.
Yeah. Where can people find that book?
My book can be bought on my website.
Cool.
So I've got, when I make this go out on LinkedIn, I will put in my link tree, because on my link tree you get all get the link to my website, my the discovery free 15-minute free discovery conversation, my 2 freebies, my book, everything is on there.
Cool.
So that's the easiest thing to do instead of trying to scrabble around. Another question that we were going to address today was, where do you find the trademark registration symbol on the keyboard? And we've been playing around a little bit before we started recording, haven't we? Because for the Chromebook, it wasn't as obvious as we thought it was going to be, because on a MacBook, I've got a MacBook Pro. What I do, I just open up a document, and in there, I go to edit, and at the bottom of edit, there are emojis and symbols. And that's how I find it. And if I didn't know what to do, I would just write registration. So on my phone, I'm doing the same. So if I want to, in a message to someone, put the registration symbol, what I do is I just put Reggie, and then it shows up that little R in the circle right there. So the R in the circle is when you've got the registered trademark. So the fact of the matter is, it does not sit on the actual keyboard, not on the MacBook, and it doesn't on the Chromebook either, does it?
No, it does not. And even on my phone, I've got an Android. I can't remember what the name of the phone is, but it's an Android phone. And on it doesn't sit on there either. You have to go into emojis and go into the search bar. And then just like what you just said, as soon as you type that REGI, then it pulls up the symbol, and then you can just click on it.
Precisely. So we know how to find it on our different phones. And I don't know if I said that, if I wanted to write a message, I would just go into the emojis and then type REGI, and then it pulls up. But yeah, that's exactly what you just described, isn't it? So that's a really good thing. So that's basically what we were talking about today. It was not as easy for us to find it on your Chromebook, because you tried to go into edit, and you were showing me because you're filming with your phone and you've got your laptop next to you. So you were trying to show me what you were doing, and I was trying to see if I could help that way. We just couldn't find it on your Chromebook, even though you went to both YouTube and Google to search for it.
Yep. And Google said to type in alternate, hold down alternate, and then hit 0174, but that doesn't work. Not on this Chromebook, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have no idea.
You're probably not doing anything wrong. It's just not as intuitive and obvious as on a MacBook, and that's one of the reasons why I've got the MacBook. It's easy to find stuff, and that's what I like about it,
Right. Yep.
And I know that the Android phones can do loads more than, my Apple phone can do so many things. I don't need any more stuff, I know that I don't use this to its full ability. What I do love, though, on this is the cameras, but we're not going to talk about that today. We're talking about where does the trademark symbol go, and as I showed mine, I've put it next to up here on this banner. I didn't have it at the time, so it's not on here. That's the only reason. You could put it anywhere you want it to. It doesn't really matter. It's a matter of your own personal taste. And then we spoke about how to find it on the Chromebook and on the various phones. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with me.
Oh yeah, glad to do it. Yeah, it's fun.
It was very, very kind of you to be here for me today. And this is going to go out as a recorded thing, and it will say on it that it is recorded, so that nobody thinks that it's a live, because it's not. But it's just because when I'm away in Sweden, I don't want people to miss the Tuesday lives that I do, and that's why I'm recording this.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
And I just thought that it would be more fun to have somebody to talk to rather than me just talking to the camera. You know, it'll
Yeah.
be more interesting for people to see us having a real exchange here.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And if you like, whenever you get done doing a live, is there a link where you can share it?
So the live, whenever I've done that, I just go to the top of the LinkedIn window and then copy and paste the link up there, you know, just highlight it and copy and paste it and then share it round.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I could share it all over all my platforms, all my social media.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll work.
Thank you so much for being here. And